Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. I have a super fun deck for you guys today. I actually am very surprised with how well this deck works. So this is a mono Taliyah deck. It's an allegiance deck. You can see here I got 37 Shurima cards and I have 3 cards from the Shadow Isles as my splash. And I wasn't really expecting this. I haven't really looked at other Taliyah decks in ranked or in ladder, but this one seems to actually do pretty well. And the reason for that is because it is an allegiance deck. We're running the predict cards, and we are also running the Golden Ambassador. So the Golden Ambassador is super low key to this deck actually performing at a high level. You'll see here the Golden Ambassador is a 4-drop allegiance, draw a champion, and grant it +2/+2. So we're drawing Taliyah every single time. Well, 37 out of 40 times we're drawing a Taliyah with a buff stat line that we can play the very next round because of how the curve works. We're playing this on turn 4. We're mulliganing pretty aggressively for this too, by the way. We play this turn 4, we get a turn 5 play with a buffed Taliyah. And then what we're looking for the rest of the game basically is another Taliyah and Ancient Hourglass, which is actually pretty easy because of all these predict cards. So we can draw whatever cards we need out of our deck pretty reliably with predict. So we've got Ancient Preparations. It's a landmark, so it also synergizes very well with Taliyah. We've got the Aspiring Chronomancer. We're running 2 of the Psy Scout, and there may be another predict card in here that I'm not remembering. Let's go ahead and look real quick. These are all new cards. All right, nope, just those. So we've got 8 cards in the deck that can predict and draw out the cards that we need to, which is super, super good. And then, yeah, at any point in the game, we can just, have whatever cards we need in our hand. It's great. So we've got decent card draw in this deck as well. We've got the Preservarium, which is more card draw. Landmark for Taliyah as well. We've got Unraveled Earth, which is also drawing cards and summoning Roiling Sands for Taliyah level up. We've got the Desert Naturalist as a tech card for mono Shurima decks, and for basically any other deck that's running a whole bunch of landmarks, we can use this to destroy it. And then we're finishing up with the Ruin Runner, which is an Overwhelm unit, which is great. Works really, really well with Roiling Sands and vulnerable units. I think this is actually a low-key super powerful card in this deck. And we have the Rekindler. We're running 2 Rekindler in this deck. When I'm summoned, revive the strongest dead ally, so we can get even more Taliyahs onto the board and deal a massive amount of damage. And our last card, super important as well, Passage Unearned, is a tech card for basically all the summon units. It's a tech card against Azir. It's a tech card against Lysandra. Super important card in this deck as well, and we can also predict for that too, depending on the meta, or not the meta, the matchup that we're going against. All right, so basically what we're trying to do here is look pretty aggressively early game for Ancient Preparations. We're looking pretty aggressively for Golden Ambassador to get Taliyah out, and then at that point we really want to get where is it at? The Ancient Hourglass that we can use to get multiple Taliyahs down on the field. If you guys didn't see the Taliyah video, go ahead and look at that. That'll give you a pretty good idea of what we're trying to do here. My video as well is going to have some spicy gameplay with Taliyah in the Ancient Hourglass, which is very easy to get on and to get value out of. Now, another tech card that we're running in the deck is Spirit Fire. This is an excellent card as well. You'll notice here that early on in the game, it's possible to fill our board with only landmarks, so we don't have the ability to block a lot of units. So I feel that running Spirit Fire in this deck is also excellent in mitigating a lot of the aggression that the opponent can put on us early on in the game and later on as well. So this deck, like I said, performs very nicely. I have a decent win rate with this. I think I've only lost 1 game. And it's just super fun to play as well. Taliyah actually super satisfying to get the combo off, and it's very similar to what you're doing with Anivia and the Anivia decks. I think it runs probably around the same type of win rate as well as the Anivia. It's definitely kind of combo dependent, but but at the same time, it's fairly easy to pull off just because of the mechanics and the cards that we can put in the deck that allow us to do it. So you should definitely try this deck out. Had a fun time playing. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. All right, we're going against Olympus Sworn. This could be fairly difficult for us with the Slay mechanic. We're getting rid of Taliyah, Ruin Runner. Let's look for some earlier cards here. We get the Golden Ambassador, which is great. I really like this curve with Taliyah on turn 5. And now we've got 2 parts of our 3-part combo, which is great. This could be a little problematic if I'm being honest. And I think here... Okay, now we've got the whole combo. I think we've got to play the Hibernating Rock Bear. I don't really like doing this, but I don't want him to kill my units, and I don't have anything that can block the Bukai Reaper anyway. Taking 1 damage at the moment isn't awful. I think we gotta pick up Hibernating Rock Bear. Maybe we just go for another Ancient Predictions. Hibernating Rock Bear would have been okay too, just because we would need something to play Taliyah on.
Bask in the sunlight.
Alright, we've got a decent defense this next round as well. So we're not going to attack here. We're not going to attack. We get 2 units here, which is great. Because he's got a full board. And he's kind of forced to open attack here. A lot of players won't develop if they've got a full board.
Can't spoil art.
And we're just going to kill all of these, I think. In fact, we're going to switch these. I think it's more important to kill this Bukai Reaper. Let's not play the Taliyah yet. We could... Well, actually, we've got a second Ancient Hourglass. Never mind. We're going to play her. If he's got a Vengeance, this is a really good swing of tempo for us. Is there any point... I think this is still worth playing. Because this is a 5-mana swing. And it helps level up Taliyah as well. Alright, what do we want here? Let's go for... How much do we have? 5 and 1? We don't have enough. Do we? To play both of those. I'm going to pass here. I want him to use a spell. This is a Slay deck. I think we can play passive here. We want him to use a Vengeance or something on us. I think that's enough.
The way, and I'll make the way.
So we get a pretty good attack with this Taliyah this round. Just because we got the landmarks out.
Turn the stones. Tag for it.
I'll probably just block with a Spiderling. Yeah. Alright. We have not won yet. He could have a Ruination as well.
I walk through the ages.
Hmm. Let's go with the Preservarium.
If only you were made of rock. You're ruining everything.
We're gonna block everything here. Let's play the Predict now. See if we can get something good for this next round. Spirit Fire's pretty good.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
Alright.
Like threading a needle.
We're just gonna open attack here before he can respond with anything. This is a lot of damage.
Your time is done. You try my patience.
We got the full combo off. If he's got Vengeance, then he can still stop us, I think.
Dust.
And I guess he's just gonna let it go through. Okay, and we got the combo. This is a decent deck, I think. Alright, we had enough with the Rock Volleys without the unit, so pretty cool there. I really like how that played out.
What a great day.
Really like how that played out. Alright, we're going against a Slay deck. I would have preferred a different one. Just because that was the last deck we went against. Alright, I think we get rid of these two. We're going to keep the Golden Ambassador. End up not drawing particularly well here. Alright, so an Allegiance deck with a splash, and he got lucky. It's annoying. I probably should have played the Hibernating Rock Bear there.
Gonna catch the sky.
We need to draw one more Taliyah, and we've got our combo here. Let's see if we can get some Predict cards. Nope. Interesting. That's not a bad card to put that on, though. But, we have a tech for this. So, let's play Golden Ambassador first.
In hallowed times.
We pull a Taliyah. He's got Renekton. We've got Ancient Hourglass, which is pretty good. And we're actually in no hurry to play this Desert Naturalist here. Ooh, interesting. Alright, let's go with the Rock Hopper. This blocks into this really nicely. 3 of 5 for Taliyah. Alright, that's fine. Isn't?
No surrender.
Disintegrate.
Out of my way.
Okay. Anything else that we really want to do here? Not really. He does hit us for quite a bit of damage, which sucks. And we do need the second part of our, just gonna play the second Rock Bear. Anyway, we do need another Taliyah. Man, that's just not doing it for us. Destroy the Rock Bear. We level up the Taliyah. I think we just go for this right now.
There's so much to see. My journey won't end until I'm through weaving it.
Not bad. We don't attack with the rock bear here. We want to keep it. We want to keep him for the Renekton. One bad thing about this is that this Renekton's got Overwhelm. So we can't really use the Ancient Hourglass to protect that. Let's go ahead and just use Rolling Sands here. There's the second Taliyah. Alright. That's pretty good. We've got the whole combo now. This is fine. If he decides that he cannot attack with the Renekton, that's fine. And we're just gonna let this go through. I don't have enough for that. I don't have enough to protect her either. But I would like to get this out. I think we can afford to pass here, just because we've got these rock bears coming out. There we go. Perfect. This is exactly what we want. This is exactly what we want.
Point the way, and I'll make the way.
Absolutely perfect there. Alright. Unfortunately, we won't have a landmark up. We'll have to put the Preservarium out. But we get a lot of units here. Now the question is, which one do we play? Am I worried about him having something like Atrocity? Not really. Let's play the Preservarium. Spirit's Fire is an incredible draw. This is completely fine.
Relax your knees.
Actually, we're gonna pull this one here, gonna pull this one here, and we can attack with everything else too. And the burst speed spell is awesome because this allows us not to play on the stack. And he's got to block with everything or he loses. He's got 2 cards left. He's got to block. And we don't even mind if he kills a Taliyah here. Any way to deal extra damage? I don't think so. All of his units are dying anyway, so we don't really need to worry about protecting them. And he blocked the vulnerable one. He shouldn't have done that. Alright. Really good there. We could play the Desert Naturalist on this. But I think we're okay with just ending the round, aren't we? Yeah, I think we're good with just ending the round. I like the card draw. Alright, that's fine. I still like the card draw. I think we can pass here. That's fine. Again, we don't really need to do anything, I think. I can't stop that. Yep, okay. Don't need to stop it. Yeah, we got the combo again. It's actually super easy to get the combo in this deck. For whatever reason, I just don't really have any problems with it. Between the predict and just drawing, like, we usually get what we need and end up winning the game from it. So I really enjoy this deck. Super fun. Okay, we're going against not necessarily a mirror match, but a similar deck in Lysandra and Taliyah. We got Taliyah mono. No. Now let's get rid of this. And Unraveled Earth, I think. Mono Taliyah deck, and we end up getting the Golden Ambassador, which is great. We really like to see Golden Ambassador in our opening hand. Awesome. Let's go for Ancient Preparations here. I don't think we really need to be super worried about a lot of early game aggression here, so I think we're okay just playing these units. Unfortunately, we don't have a turn to attack. He's going to be able to just use a avalanche if he really wants to. So he's got his own ancient preparations. He's in Freljord Shurima. Alright, and there's our landmark. We're just going to play it now. We have a pretty good turn 6 play.
We live in hallowed time.
And we don't whiff, which is great. Alright, let's see if he's got Avalanche. I guess he punishes himself if he has Avalanche or Blighted Ravine or anything. Alright, and I think we just attack here. Since he doesn't have his... Yeah, this is fine. I think one thing about this deck in particular is there isn't a lot of card draw that they include. Oh, we got the combo. Awesome.
All will fear and love our dark lady.
Let's see if he attacks. I kind of doubt he will. Yeah. We actually need another Taliyah here. Maybe we'll top deck. Top deck. Top deck the Taliyah. Come on. That would have been good to have. A little earlier. She's not leveled up yet. That's actually kind of surprising. It actually slows us down just a little bit, to be honest. So what do we do here? We could destroy his landmark if we really want to. That would slow him down quite a bit, I think. I think we have to do this first, just to level up the Taliyah here. Otherwise it's kind of awkward. Even then, it's hard for us to kind of go into this Frostguard Thrall here. Do we get the... Not quite. I do think we use this here. He's going to be tempted to block into the Taliyah with his Frost Guard Thrall, and we can use Ancient Hourglass here. Or do we want to? This is a lot of damage, and we take this unit out. I honestly think we do the same thing here. See if he's got Entomb. He's thinking about using something. Yeah. End up getting decent damage. Which is pretty good. And is he just going to use this on the Frost Guard Thrall thingy? Why would he use it on that? Well, we've got a way to stop that. Okay. That's fine. We have... what do we want here? I think we just go for the predict. I have no spells in hand. Passage Unearned actually may be very useful. I think we pick this up.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
Of course, we don't want to use it this round because we kill ourselves. Alright. A lot of damage. It's fine. I don't think we want to use that quite yet. Which one do we go for here? We still got a turn before these go off, so we don't need to... We can hold this till these go off. Let's go for the Rock Hopper here. Now he's kind of forced to play a unit here unless he wants me to get value with Taliyah on an open attack. Yeah, that's fine. So we can kill Taliyah here. I think we just open attack. We've got exact lethal.
You will serve.
He entombs my unit, which is annoying. And I can't stop it. It's actually kind of annoying that she needs to be out for us to use that.
I'll drag you out of there if I have to.
Nice.
One day they're going to get you back, you know. Today I am feeling great.
We're gonna get rid of this one because we've got the Passage Unearned for this next round.
I wonder how many pebbles I can stack on you.
Okay, we end up getting Taliyah. Let's go ahead and put down this Aspiring Chronomancer here. And we, I think, pick up the Preservarium. We've got enough things to block here. He doesn't know that. Unless he's got the Deny card in his hand here, but we can actually use Passage Unearned pretty effectively here. on these overwhelm units. Let's see if he's got Alessandro.
I see something. Throw another rock.
Just gonna put the biggest unit.
Deal.
It's not safe.
These don't count as summoned? Was it at the end of the last round? What? Those don't count as summoned? That's crazy. That's insane. We actually still have a win here. So long as he doesn't have... Okay.
I'll check for their side.
Let's go ahead and play down the Taliyah here. That's crazy that that happens. I wish I could see that again. It happens at the end of the round or the first? When does countdown actually end? I'm going to use Preservarium first. We've got Rune Runner. Which one is a safer bet here? I actually think Rune Runner is a safer bet as opposed to Taliyah because he needs to have...
Trample 'em.
He needs to have 2 spells. Yeah. And we get the win. I was a little close there. I guess Countdown... I'll have to go back and look. But it looks like Countdown was at the end of the round rather than at the beginning of the next round. Which is strange. Let me go and look at that real quick, because that really messed up my plans, but I could have just been looking at that wrong. Alright guys, I figured out what it was. It is because of the interaction between the Draculor and Inquisitor that it didn't work. If the normal countdown had finished, then the Passage Unearned would have worked, but because the Draculor and Inquisitor's ability is round end, that's why it didn't work on the next round. So, makes sense. That's just something to keep in mind for later on. Yeah, the Passage Unearned, that would have been really bad if that hadn't actually worked there. But we got kind of lucky, because I was kind of counting on Passage Unearned. So a little bit of a mistake there. But yeah, we'll just keep that in mind for future games.